And welcome to the Super Fun Awesome Happy Time Pedal Show. My name is Gabor.
Hey, welcome. I'm Alex. I hope you're well. We're going to check out the Hotone Ampero board today.
Yes, a big thank you to Scott and Reece from Noise Toys Imports here in Australia.
G'day.
Hello and thank you very much. So the Ampero, so it's the Hotone, and it's pronounced Hotone.
Yes.
Some people say Hotone, Hot One, Hotone.
Hotone. For those Spanish speaking.
Hotone.
Yeah.
It's basically their sort of amp simulation, cabinet simulation, multi-effects, all-in-one kind of thing.
Cool. Yeah, we're doing everything direct today, so you can hear all amp simulation. But before we dive into it, if you could hit like and subscribe on this video, hit the thumbs up, and also when you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Hit that little bell, and you'll get notified.
Notified.
I can't say that word.
You said it. Notified.
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 It's our thing.
Yes.
Just on our channel.
Notified.
You had to get notified by us. Next time we put a video up, and helps us do what we do.
Yes.
So yes, let's dive in. Let's dive in.
So it's English lessons for Alex.
Yeah,
pays for them.
They is well goodly.
Okay, so this is basically what it looks like when you plug it in and start it up. We also did a first impressions, kind of unboxing first impressions video, which we can watch here. But basically what I thought today is we'll look at some sounds and we'll kind of try and make our own and assign some buttons and stuff.
Kind of do what you do if you got one out of the box straight away. Like,
so let's
customize it a bit.
Let's start with you. So maybe let's do something a little bit more cleanish, and then let's do something a little bit more heavyish.
Sure.
So let's start off with this sound. That's the sound that's just on now. What are your thoughts on that? So knowing you, it's probably a little bit
perfect for
high gain
country ballads.
Perfect country ballads. So let's just turn it. So let's turn everything actually. Delay, reverb, noise reduction off. We don't need noise reduction.
Noise loud enough.
Let's find an amp that you like.
Sure.
So let's click on the amp. Then you click on edit. At the moment, we're using a Boga XT Red.
I think we mentioned this in the unboxing video, first impressions thing, but the touchscreen's great.
Touchscreen's great. Yeah.
A whole new generation of touchscreens on. Not
super
only,
bright and
not
super.
only music gear, but everything has touchscreens now. It's just.
Even I do. Yeah.
No, you have a touchscreen on you.
Yeah, I am just a touchscreen. So don't worry about me. I had too much tea. Okay, so what amp would you like? So we have, at the moment, we have a Boga XT. Yep. But let's go all the way up to the top. So scrolling through. We've got things like a Tweed, Bassman, Black Twin, Voxy, Superb, Jazz Clean, Emperor, Superstar, Glacian, Dr. 38, Pendragon. Pendragon?
That's not a word.
What's a Pendragon Clean?
I don't know, but
Let's have a look. This is Pendragon Clean.
Okay.
This is Pendragon Clean Plus. Pendragon, yeah. That's your Pendragon.
Slightly broken up.
There's a Hot Kitty, which was quite nice, but we did that in the thing. Basement Bright, Voxy, more Superb.
Voxy.
Voxy?
Yeah.
Voxy 30 HW.
Wow.
Any second.
It's riveting viewing, isn't it?
Oh, fantastic. Ooh, you've got the hot mode as well.
Boy, that is hot.
Stay cool.
Stay cool, yo.
Let's stay with cool. So, I mean, bass treble is a half.
Maybe it's a bit bassy.
A bit bassy?
Give it a bit more top end.
can turn the master up a bit.
That's cool. Just turn the music.
Is that good bass tone?
It's pretty cool.
Okay. Now what we can do, the next thing that we can do is we can change the cabinet as well. So at the moment we're using a Boga 4x12.
Ah, okay. Maybe that's why it's bassier.
But we can use different cabinets. So we can use, you can also use your own IRs on it. Actually, you know what? So let's look at a couple of preset ones, but I did load a Celestion IR onto it. Let's look at what we got. So let's scroll up a bit.
Cheers.
So do you want a 1x12, let's go Voxy 2x12. How does that sound?
It sounds like a good starting point. Huh?
I'm not sure how good you can see that on here. And actually, I should also mention there's also a software editor for
Offline.
it. So you can connect it via USB to your computer, and you can do everything on the computer as well. So you don't have to do it on here, but you can do everything on here. So I don't know if you can see it very well on here just because of the size of it, but different mic types. So what kind of mic type would you like? We've got at the moment, so this is off, no mic.
Honky.
Honky. We've got a dynamic 57.
Ribbon's cool. Was the last one a ribbon?
Last one ribbon, yeah.
Sweet.
And then you also have an X, Y, Z positioning. Actually, on the software, it's like a thing where you can just slide where you want the microphone to be. But here you have an X, Y. Should we bother with that, or should we just keep it where it is? You happy with this out?
Maybe back away off it, like a little bit more roomy.
Okay, is that X, Y, or Z?
Depends.
Let's find out.
If you're lying on the floor or not.
Let's find out.
That's definitely a thing.
Doing something.
It's getting pretty funky.
Should we try it, just for shits and giggles?
Yo.
Should we try out, it's right down the bottom, so you've got to scroll all the way down, the Celestion one I put on there. It's a Celestion Greenback 4x10.
Cool. Try
Try that out.
I actually prefer the other one for this.
Prefer the other one?
This amp, yeah.
Okay, well, let's go back to Voxy.
Might be a bit too mid-forward.
Ooh, let's try Twin Rock 2x12. That sounds alright.
It's kind of
Let's just stick with that.
cool.
Okay.
It's funny, like, it's not a tone I'd usually aim for, but it's really cool.
Okay. Next thing, reverb. Knowing you probably want a little bit of reverb.
Yeah.
Now, would you like some hall,
I've actually been digging springs, so
room,
should we go a bit springy?
plate?
Spring? How about spring?
What about Izumi?
You spelled spring wrong.
I don't know what Izumi.
is it?
I don't know what Izumi is. Let's try it out.
made
Let's
that
turn
one.
it on and do Izumi. Give me some
Put
Izumi.
my tea down.
Quite heavily modulated.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, spring. Do you want North Star? I don't even know what they are. Let's try North Star, just to try out a few. Ooh.
That's pretty funky.
Happy with that?
What was the one before that though? The
one before that was a North Star. You like North Star?
That was pretty fun.
Happy with that one?
That's a fun tone.
Okay, well, let's leave that one for now.
Yay, Monty.
Now, would you like, again, knowing you probably want compression.
Possibly.
Right at the start.
A little bit? Yeah.
A little bit? Okay. So we go first thing. Oh, look, there's compressor on already. So we've got a compressor. We've got a comparoma.
Some chocolate.
A blue sustainer. Or a squeezer. And yeah, I want some chocolate.
This is ginger chocolate and some big lumps of ginger in it. Just in case you care. The dog doesn't want any.
Oh no, I just ate the last bit. Oh. Okay. Oh.
How do you go back down?
What do you mean?
Oh, with your...
Do you want to... Well, that's your... should need chocolate.
I don't know what blue sustainer is. Should we try that just out of curiosity? Oh, that'd be like 80s Japanese type pedal. Right on.
Leave it like that?
Sure, why not?
Excellent. So blue sustainer. Yes.
Ginger.
Now, and that's... So that and a reverb you pretty much want always on, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now, what about... Would you like some... Like a drive or something? Or boost?
Big piece of ginger.
Or a big piece of ginger?
What about... I think it's getting a fair bit of boost off that compressor.
Okay.
There's probably enough gain there. Unless we go the other way and just go fuzz. Go all out, man.
Okay, go fuzz. Okay, so we've got now... We've got a whole bunch of different boosts, enhancers, gates, smart gates, acoustic simulator. Do we want like a wah or something?
No, fuzz.
Fuzz?
Yeah, man.
Here we go. What about a bend fuzz?
Don't know what that is. Sure.
Don't know either, but let's try it out.
Ooh.
Should we maybe just for now turn the reverb off? That's a bend fuzz.
Put reverb on.
That's a good sound, actually. That's a really.
What about that without the compressor? It's almost too much gain to steer.
I was going to say, what about a little bit of noise reduction?
Oh yeah.
Hey. Okay, without the compressor.
Yeah.
Okay, compressor's off.
No, it's more epic with the compressor on.
That sounds pretty cool, actually. Now, how would you like, for example, a delay or something on that?
Sure, because I need more of everything.
Yes, who doesn't?
Something stereo.
Well, ping pong is the first one that comes up.
Right on. So
Let's try that one. Should we try, for example, to put the fuzz in front of the compressor?
Ooh, sure.
Because one of the things you can do is, so at the moment, FX1 is a compressor, FX2 is the fuzz. But if you double tap on fuzz, see how it kind of goes red around? Can you see that on there? I'm not sure if you can see that on there. But it goes red around, and then if I tap on FX1, it actually switches the order around. So now we've got the fuzz running into the compressor.
Sweet. It feels different.
Which way did you like it better?
That's definitely more controlled, obviously, because it's.
Do you like it to be more controlled or less controlled?
I like the maticness of the other way. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go back. I mean, it was just a good example of showing that you can change the order of effects. Also, would you like maybe the reverb going into the delay as opposed to the delay going into the reverb?
I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah. Should we save that as like awesome sound number 3?
Well, what I was going to say is what you can now also do is you can assign this button to turn a bunch of these things on and off. So, for example, we could say by pressing this button, you want the fuzz and the delay to turn on.
Sounds good.
So what you can do, how you can do that is you go back into control and expression, and then you can say control settings, function. Okay, function. Oh no, hang on. That's it. So you go into module tab target. So it tells the target what you want it to be. So at the moment we said effects no, effect 1 no. So it means it doesn't do anything. Effect 1 is the chorus. Mm-hmm. Effect 2 is the fuzz. So we set that to yes.
Yep.
Amp, we don't want it to do anything with it. Noise reduction also. Oh, do we want the noise reduction? Yeah, actually, let's turn it on as well because with the fuzz you want it on. Yep. Cabinet no, EQ no, FX3 no, delay yes, reverb no. Because the reverb you want on all the time.
Yeah.
So now by doing this, like that, and pressing save. Oh, well, we don't need to press save right now. Actually, we can just go back. But right now what it does, if we're going back into the edit mode, by pressing this, see now the noise reduction effect. And again, I don't know if you can see it really well here, but you'll be able to hear it. So that button now will turn the fuzz, noise reduction, and delay on. Let's add effect 3 to it. So what else would you like? Would you like some modulation maybe?
Yeah. Maybe like a real square type tremolo. That'd be fun.
Okay, a real square type tremolo. So you want...
almost like synthy type kind of thing.
Okay.
With the fuzz. Yeah.
Let's see what we can get. Let's go... Okay, let's go all the way to the top again and see what they got.
Or I am
so we've got choruses.
Open to suggestions too.
Well, let's see what they got. Detune, Jetta, whatever that is. Tremjet.
Tremjet.
Let's try the old Tremjet.
Great name.
What does that do?
Kind of cool.
Should we try something different?
Sure.
Grand vibrato.
What's that one called?
Shiver?
Shiver. Interesting modulation, that one.
Well, this one is called Jetta, so I'm going to assume that's a... what's Shiver T? Let's try that. Sensitivity, so maybe it's like a...
I'm going to be sensitive.
Yeah. Revolver.
Yeah, it's like Leslie kind of thing.
Leslie kind of thing. Should we now try to assign the speed of that to that?
Oh yeah.
So if we go into Expression 1 settings, target, effects 3, depth, and I want the depth, we want the rate.
Right.
Okay. Now let's see if it does it. Did it do that? Now wonder if I turn effects 3 to yes.
It's a fun sound.
Now if I go into this, will it now, if I push that, turn it off? So you can assign by pressing that, it turns certain ones off, certain ones on.
That's cool.
So that sort of vibey kind of sound is now part of your core clean tone.
Cool. I call it my rhythm tone.
Your rhythm tone.
When I'm playing my sweet jams. Sweet jams.
Sweet jams.
Sweet jams are made of
This is your favorite sweet jam. So what we do now is we're going to press save.
Sweet jams
and we're going to call it
Sweet jams.
Okay.
Off chops on tea.
Oh, hang on. We don't want numbers. We want capital letter. We want... Oh, this could take a while. Let's fast forward this. It's called Sweet Jams Ampero. Because I can't be bothered getting rid of it. So anyway, we saved it now. This is now saved. So if we go to preset number 2.
So it's a lot of reverb.
Well, you wanted that.
It's my fault.
So that's Sweet Jams Ampero.
Nice labeling. Yeah, cool. So now, should we get some straight ahead rock and roll tunes for your
Now, what we should do...
heavy guitar?
I mean, yeah, we should do some heavy sounds quickly for this.
Yes.
So how about, because we don't want to change your Sweet Jams Ampero, we go to this Sparkling Overdrive, which at the moment sound subtly. So this is a carving tuned down to, or Kiesel nowadays tuned down to drop C. So now let's try it. Let's go to edit. Let's turn whatever that effect is off. Let's turn whatever that effect is off. Let's turn a reverb off. Okay, amp. Yeah. Edit. We want maybe give me something like a Boga, nice. Boga Red,
or Soloist 100 Crunch.
Okay. What's the cabinet on this thing?
Oh, good.
1x12. Oh, no. Let's just go down. It's 4x12. We want like a...
Can we get 4 4x12s?
UK modern 4x12. Go that one. Okay, now go back to the amp. So click on the amp. Click edit. Gain.
Messy.
100. We'll go Fryman B2. Oh, that sounded good actually. What was that? What's that now?
Dizzle?
Dizzle? I like the Frightman so far. Ooh, Angle Sage. Hang on. That's no. What we want. We want noise reduction.
Do you want like hardcore gate?
Actually works pretty good.
Yeah, fast gate,
okay. And we want let's
say phaser.
Let's try 1 or 2 more amps just for something for what is it? Power angle lead. I quite like that one. Let's leave that one. Let's now go. We want an effect.
Yeah, phaser.
No, we want like a let's do the old tube screamer thing.
Oh, sure. Okay, good job.
The gate grabs that.
No, I don't think you can do it in effects too. I don't think there's overdrives in effects too. Well, they're up the top. Oh, they're up the top. I see.
Screamood.
Sure.
Screamer. It really grabs the pinch harmonic. Okay, cool. Let's just say there's a sound. Now,
Want some delay?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, everyone wants delay.
That gate is really... it really sucks it. Wowzers. The gate grabs all that stuff too.
I'll go on that sound. Yeah, that gate's intense.
Yeah, very intense. We haven't even looked at EQ. Let's look at some EQ.
Some graphics.
Well, there's some. Oh. Wowzers. I mean, it feels great actually. It doesn't. Yeah. It feels good.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
Still sucks it really quickly. If you roll your volume down. So that's kind of cool, actually.
It's probably not the best time for any James Taylor songs.
James Taylor, no. I mean, in a nutshell, then you've got, of course, I mean, you know, you could store all that stuff, and then, of course, you've got a whole bunch of places where you can store that stuff. You've got, if you press that button and hold it in, you've got a tuner.
There's also a drum machine, a looper, lots of stuff to jam along to.
Yeah, if you press both those down, it goes to a looper. Oh, no, just change sounds. Oh, accidentally. But then you can loop.
Yep. And
is there like a lower octave or something in there? doesn't have the massive gate like the other thing. Well, anyway, I mean that's the Ampero. So you've got looper. You can assign this to it. You can assign it. You can have another foot switch or expression pedal that you assign to it. Where you can do the same thing. Where you can go and it can turn certain things off. You can assign what parameters it controls. You have USB out, and you can use it for direct USB recording. So you don't need to have balanced XLR. It does unbalanced as well, but quarter inch in there as well. But you don't need to have quarter inch or XLR out. So you can just use the USB and record directly. Use it kind of like as an audio interface. You've got all the global settings, firmware updates. I just updated the firmware, by the way, on this to the latest one as well. In the global settings. You can assign ins and outs and all that sort of stuff. There's tons of stuff in there. So it's quite super flexible.
Yeah, and built well too. Good build quality on this. Yeah. So it's not flimsy. You can jump on it.
Yeah, maybe don't jump on it.
Gently.
But gently jump. Jump gently. That's great. Yeah, I mean, there's tons more, but I mean, that's just sort of in a nutshell what you can do with the Ampero. So big thank you again to Scott and Reece at Noise Toys Imports here in Australia for letting us have a bit of a play with it. And while people check out Noise Toys Imports online, Alex, what else should they be doing online while they're online?
Well, you can check out the links below to our Facebook, Instagram accounts. And
for example.
Also our podcast. We chat about all this kind of stuff and...
Like this very Ampero.
Like this kind of gear and stuff we've been doing, hanging out, playing, often have guests on, and blah, blah, blah.
And stuff.
So thanks for hanging out. Also hit like and subscribe if you haven't done already, and a notification bell. Just punch something. That's good. Hey, yeah, thanks so much for hanging out. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.